Hi, my name's Chris Dale. I'm in one of my favourite places in the world, the Belgian Army Museum in Brussels, and today I'd like to look at their First World War tank collection because it's great. So I'm guessing you've seen these before. This is obviously a British First World War tank. And what I'd like to do is take a close-up look at some of it. Namely these bits, and this is for the interest of modelers. Of course, now this is a Mark IV tank, right? Great to see it up close. They've got one of these in the Imperial War Museum, but bizarrely in the Imperial War Museum and a few other places, they repainted them entirely. This, however, has not been repainted, and what I'd like to show modelers especially is the actual paintwork like this. Look, that's not done with an airbrush, is it? So everyone who makes them at home and makes those lines perfectly straight, you're missing the point. This is brushwork, and it's not actually done very well when you see it close up. And it's had years of wear, and obviously people used to smoke in the museum. It's probably browned it a bit more than it would have been. But that's just a lesson for modelers, especially those of you who aren't very confident. Don't worry about it. Those lines aren't straight at all. You can see a bit of the camouflage pattern there, possibly. Most of it's worn away, it seems. But again, as we see in photos of the time, it would have been covered in mud and mess. And even the numbers here, maybe they've used a vague stencil, but it doesn't, again, they're not super accurate like the decals you'll have in your model kit. Next to it is a British Whippet tank. Don't see many of these around, I don't think. Once again, original paintwork. But you can barely see the difference in shade between the tracks and the camouflage. That is done with a stencil, definitely. Still, it's not super tidy, you know? They were doing it with brushes, basically. See inside the turret there of a Whippet. Amazing detail. Now obviously it says don't touch anything, touching, but I'm getting quite close up to them, it's amazing. I think we can see why this Whippet ended its service, and I think that's the clue there. A shell hit the back of it, but then again you can see the armour, you know, possibly what, half an inch thick, not much more. That wouldn't stop, as we can see, a shell, especially on the rear. Now here we've got a couple of German items, and again you can see that that's roughly painted. So modelers, forget about the perfection. Here's the angled turret of a French Ft-17, but here is a French Ft-17. Wonderful condition. I don't think it's been repainted, maybe, but no, you can see it's brush marked, definitely. So anyone who's been struggling with an airbrush, just don't worry about it. It's not the way these things were done. This is definitely done with a stencil, but again, it's a bit rough. It's not like your decals. Now we're getting up to the driver's compartment of the Ft-17. You see it's got literally two handles for the accelerator on the tracks, left and right. And also you see this is his way in and out, and you see the armour thickness there. That's way less than a centimetre there. Good luck with that. But yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to show you close up. Tanks of the First World War in the Belgian Army Museum. Well worth a visit. Check out my channel if you want to see more inane stuff like this.